Good morning. It's frosty out. Isn't it cold? It's freezing. It's like 48 or 52 degrees. No, still in the 40s. I took all the squash and the zucchini out a while ago, but I still have a spot that's trying to grow. So I'm just going to leave it for a little bit until I get ready to tear this
Bad
uh
boy down.
yeah, I got to tear this would you stop talking in my video, please? Now I got to edit all that out. I've got to take this garden bed apart because this is the one with the wood that's finally decomposing and rotting. And it's got a spot over there that's coming apart. And we are going to rearrange everything. Since so much stuff is dead now, I think is a good time to look around and see what's really going on. If you come over here, that's my little makeshift entryway, which will be sealed up when I enclose the whole thing. Because I have all this open space over here that the critters like to come through. And this will be enclosed. And I wanted to put the shed that's tucked in over there, I wanted to put it over here because it's about the right amount of space, and then set up some rain barrels off of the slanted roof or the lean-to roof. And then this is, I don't know if you can tell, this is elevated a little bit. There's two landscape timbers higher than the rest of the garden. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. The slant of the garden is naturally this way, so I'm going to try to level it out some when I extend it. This spot I want to extend at least 1.5 feet over, and then from there to the alley just be my flowers, just my wildflowers and zinnias and everything along the whole along the whole length of, is it a little dog? Okay, just don't pay attention to it. Hopefully it'll be okay. Along the whole length of the property, which is just from that black pole all the way over to the neighbor's fence. So I wanted to have this whole strip, which is approximately 50 feet of garden, 50 feet by 1.5 feet or 2 feet. That's 100 feet of garden space. I think that's enough. But like I said, I wanted to bump this out, and then I'll have about another 1.5 feet, and I'm going to take this border out so that all of this is, be careful, please. So this whole thing is one continuous level until we get to here. Then that's a cat, Eliza. And then this garden will be taken out. This one's easy because it has the embrace corners, and we just pull the wood out and take out the soil, and then we can relocate it wherever we want. I wanted to make all of my garden boxes orient north and south this time instead of east and west. So that way I could get, starting about here, about right here, I could get a small one, a square, and then another rectangle down that way. And then another square, another rectangle, another square, another rectangle, and another square. And then there'd be space in the middle for grow bags and maybe a fountain in my seating area, because this border here is also coming out. This is going to be bumped out at least until the hill starts to slope drastically. So that's a good 4 or 5 feet addition that we'll have. And of course, we'll put a little partition wall and level the ground out. And I think that'll be really nice. And I don't know what to do about my lilac. It's doing a weird thing. Like right now, it's starting to bloom again. And it's October the 2nd. There's my shed. There's nothing in it really. I think old storm windows for the house. Kind of scared to look in there, to be honest, but I'm going to have to. And I'm going to flip it around so that the rain can collect, because the door is on that side. And I may just leave it there and just trim my lilac bush down a whole lot and put the rain barrels there. I think I'm getting a glare from the sun, sorry. One more look at the zinnias. I did cut a few last night because of the impending frost. But I still have some that are trying to bloom, and I'm just going to let them go until they don't. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, almost, maybe some more that I'm not seeing from this angle. But, yeah, I'm just going to let them do what they do, because it's supposed to be in the 70s again next week. You saw the tomatoes that I just harvested. I mean, it's freezing out here, so we're going to have some green tomatoes. Some fried green tomatoes in October to go with with a pot of chili. That is like the best. And it's still producing. It's still got lots of tomatoes on here that are trying to hang on. And when that sun comes up over that tree, it'll be nice and warm for the day, and they'll do fine. I've got to harvest some seeds from my marigolds so that I won't have to purchase any for next year. And I think that's about it. You get the general idea of what I'm trying to go for here. These beds are all 4 by 8, and I just don't think I need this much space to get through. I have a garden cart that I usually use, but I'm just going to scale it down because I don't really need to have it up here. It can just come to the edge, and I can just stop being lazy and carry things over. And that's another thing. We'll have a a fence around the whole perimeter. And on the hill, I think will just be flowers, wildflowers all on the hill. So I don't have to have my son come and mow it. Since he moved, it's like always waiting for whenever he decides to come or when his schedule allows. Look at this marigold. It has so many blooms ready. I've never done anything. This is from the Dollar Tree. This is from that packet. This one and this one, and then one over there came from the Dollar Tree. The rest of them were like a 20 pack that I got from Walmart for $5. Put them in there, and I've done nothing. I think I watered them in for the first month, and then after that, I just let nature take its course. But it's like massive. Look at that. It's huge. So many blooms. They're just beautiful. Well, I rambled enough. I need to get my patio done. I've got so many projects. I need to get my house painted. I need to get my roof repaired, replaced, whatever. I just have so much to do and not enough time or help or money. You know how it goes. And my eggplant is trying to hang on, but it's not gonna make it. It doesn't have enough time. And it's too cold. There'll be nothing around to pollinate it. I'm gonna try to take it in, see if I can get anything to happen. I don't think it's gonna work. I just need to pull it, chop it up. Okay, everyone, thanks for tuning in. The birds just flying all over the place. I need to harvest my milkweed seeds. I have some ground cherries going on over there, and I've got asters that are blooming. And I live by an apartment building, and the people drive like that all the time. But I got asters that have been trying to hang on. I had nutzos from our city cut them down one year because they thought that property over there and this property were the same, even though I've got markers and rocks and a row of daylilies to differentiate between the store property and my property, but they still encroached way into my property all the way to this tree and cut. Stop doing that! Okay, I'm back. But they came all the way in through more than 5 feet into my property and cut my flowers down with a weed whacker, just down to nothing. So, yeah, they're on the struggle bus. They came back okay a little bit, but I'm just gonna let it go. Let's see if hopefully if they can reseed some more this year. I'll just have to try to start some from seed inside in the spring and add them to the area. I mean, this whole area. I see some more ground cherries over there. See them? I've never had them before. They say they taste great and they make good pies, but and they're everywhere. I have never tasted them before. I have so many different food allergies that I was afraid to try it, but I will try one and be ready to go to the hospital just in case I have a serious reaction. I need to get that last little bit of amaranth. I took all the rest down and I just hacked them. I just broke them and took them in because it was cold and raining last night. And the one lonely little bloom from our pumpkin. And it looks like we have another pumpkin trying to grow, Eliza. Come here. Walnut. Stepped on a walnut. Come here. Oh, there was, and something ate it. Doggone these critters. They ate one, and then there's another one coming down there. We had another pumpkin coming in. Doggone.
But they ate it all?
They ate one, and then the other one hasn't started blooming completely yet, but it's trying.
We're about to have 2 more.
It's going to be too cold for them to do anything. It's about to be freezing out here. I mean, it is freezing out here. Okay, that's enough. That's my whole overview. I need to take this archway down. Well, that's leaning and broken. I think I'll pull it out right now. Nope, I don't have gloves, and those cucumber vines are a little bit sticky. And see, I knew it. Something's been burrowing in here. That's what made this damage, because there's something trying to burrow down underneath the garden. Well, hopefully my plan for my new garden beds will be fine for next year, and we won't have to worry about things like that happening. I will still utilize these for as long as I can, just so I can save on money. I'll phase them out. This one has a couple of boards that I can cut to the small, to be a 4x4, and then I'll just make these some small 4x4s after I've gotten enough 4x8s established with the new plan and the new materials. All right, I'm calling it a day because it's cold. I might have them as a sweater and not the right shoes, that's for sure. So I am cold. My hands are freezing and my nose is starting to get runny. It's time to go inside. All right, thanks for sticking with me this far. Make sure you click the like and subscribe button so that you can always see what else is going on our hilltop garden, because it will be evolving. This will be the last year that it looks like this if all goes well. And I am so excited. I know I don't sound like it because I'm freezing, but I am way excited. I cannot wait to do something new and different. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day and keep it green.